welcome to another video! Today, as you can tell from the title of the video, I'm doing another tag video. I feel like I've done a couple of tags recently and I'm really in the mood for them. Don't know why, I think it's because they're just quick and easy to film and I'm in that October mindset of I can put out loads of videos, and tags are the easiest ones to film, edit, and well, uploading is the same for anything, but they're the easiest to film and edit, so maybe that's why I'm in the mood for loads of tags, but I am, anyway. Today I am doing the Finally Fall tag. Is that what it's called? That is what it's called, the Finally Fall tag, and I was tagged to do this by Jess from Jess Reads Books, and I'm gonna do the tag. Let's get started. I've got all the questions on my laptop because I can't be bothered to write them down, and my laptop was on and just seemed like the easiest way to do it, so I'm doing it that way. Hope you don't mind. Select all my stickers. Lovely job. Okie dokie, how many questions are in this? 11. 11 questions. Let's get started. Question number 1. In fall, the air is crisp and clear. Name a book with a vivid setting. There are so many that I could pick for this because I'm all about like atmospheric settings. The first one that is coming to mind though is going to be The Raven Boys by Maggie Stiefvater. I love that book, and Cabeswater honestly is like the best place ever in any book. I love Cabeswater. I honestly think it is my favourite setting for a book. It's such an immersive place. The way Maggie wrote Cabeswater is just insane and I love it, and I could read so many more books about it because it's just so magical, and I wish, maybe not wish I could go there because it's a bit creepy as well, but it's a splendid setting. So yeah, The Raven Boys by Maggie Stiefvater. Question number 2. Nature is beautiful but also dying. Name a book that is beautifully written but also deals with a heavy topic like loss or grief. I'm not sure if I've read many books that deal with loss or grief or heavy topics like that. The first one that comes to mind, and I feel like I've spoken about this book a lot recently, but it is Vassar in the Night by Sarah Porter. I don't know if that would fall under beautifully written because it's weirdly written. It's definitely got its own unique sort of style, so there's that, but it definitely deals with some heavy subjects in there. Not necessarily, I suppose there is loss and grief in there, but it's more growing up and moving on, and I really enjoyed it, so gonna go with that one. Question number 3. Fall is back to school season. Share a non-fiction book that taught you something new. I don't really read non-fiction ever. When I was a lot younger, I was obsessed, and I tell you obsessed, I was obsessed with tigers, and I had so many non-fiction books on tigers and animals, and one that I remember very well would be the Animal Kingdom Encyclopedia. That taught me a lot about animals when I was younger. I never read it like cover to cover, but I would just flick through and find random facts, and I loved it. It was one of my favourite activities as a child. I was an exciting child. Question number 4. In order to keep warm, it's good to spend some time with the people we love. Name a fictional family, household, friend group that you'd like to be a part of. Oh god, there's so many. Oh, do I have to just pick one? Because I would love to be a part of the inner circle from A Court of Mist and Fury and A Court of Winds and Ruin, because that is just the warmest group of people ever. Similarly, the woman in 300 Foxway in The Raven Cycle and the, like, Gang Z, that whole group of people, them as well. They're probably my top 2, those two. They're just so, like, well knitted and they look out for each other, and I love both of those groups, so either of those. Question number 5. Colourful leaves are piling up on the ground. Show us a pile of fall coloured spines. There you go. All very orange. That was a silly question. Moving on. Question number 6. Fall is the perfect time for storytelling by the fireside. Share a book where somebody is telling a story. The Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss. This follows the main character telling a story. I've only recently started it, so I don't know much about said story, but like you can see, I have started actually reading it now. But from where I'm at with telling stories, and I'm pretty sure the whole trilogy, I think I've got this right, the story he's telling will take him 3 days to tell, and then each book is a day of him telling the story. So, telling a story. Question number 7. The nights are getting darker. Share a dark, creepy read. I don't really read dark, creepy books. That's not my scene. But, let me pick one. Three Dark Crowns is probably about as dark and creepy as I get. I could say Annihilation, but I'm not going to, even though I've just said it there. But yeah, that's probably probably about as dark and creepy as I get. I'm not into being scared at all. Question number 8. The days are getting colder. Name a short, heartwarming read that could warm up somebody's cold and rainy day. Short and heartwarming. This is really difficult. I don't know. Can I just say a book that is short and heartwarming for me? I don't know if it'd warm up someone else's day, but Howl's Moving Castle by Diana Jones. That for me is like the equivalent of everyone else's Harry Potter. Everyone else grew up with Harry Potter. I grew up with Howl's Moving Castle. So that book trilogy for me is like heartwarming. So that. Question number 9. Fall, luckily it's my favourite season, returns every year. Name an old favourite that you'd like to return to soon. Howl's Moving Castle by Diana Wynne Jones. Can I say that again? Or the Southern Reach trilogy, but probably Howl's Moving Castle. I love that series. I do want to reread it. Question number 10. Fall is the perfect time for cozy reading nights. Share your favourite cozy reading accessories. 3 blankets. I have 3 blankets on my bed. My pillow and a cup of tea. Or a can of Monster. Probably for coziness, a cup of tea though. But yeah, I'm like a blanket hoarder. I like to lay on top of a blanket with a blanket over me, maybe 2. I like to just be encompassed in blankets. I'm a blanket person. And question number 11, spread the autumn appreciation and tag some people. Who should I tag? I'm not entirely certain who has already been tagged in this at all. So I'm gonna tag Kayla from A Path of Pages. Will it be autumn when Bex gets back from her holiday? Will it be too late for her? I don't know, I'm gonna tag her anyway. Who else? I don't know. I don't know. If you haven't already been tagged and you fancy doing it, consider yourself tagged by me. Awesome. Well, I seem to have done this relatively quickly, so hooray for that. If you have enjoyed this tag, then please give us a thumbs up, chat to me down in the comments about all sorts and everything. If you aren't subscribed and fancy subscribing, I'm always eternally grateful for that. I upload every Sunday and Wednesday and some odd days in between if I'm feeling generous, and I will see you next time. Bye!